Finally, YouTubers can swear without risking demonetization. Go ahead, Will. Let's hear it.
No, you say something.
No, of course not. No, this
instant demonetization.
This somehow we've managed with this show to keep it together.
I know.
It's kind of amazing considering.
It's a miracle.
Yeah, considering how many words we put down. But navigating YouTube's rules for monetization is a big headache. Yeah, we know that. Previously, YouTube allowed light profanity like hell or damn in monetized videos. Now, though, YouTube will allow moderate profanity like the S word and the B word in the first 30 seconds of the video, as well as infrequent, strong profanity and censored profanity further into the video.
Oh.
Now, okay. I hear you, YouTube, but I don't really quite believe you. I'm sure you're going to leave the monetization logo green, but I got to believe that you're just going to get better at actually identifying to advertisers whether or not a word like that exists in that content. Because who's going to go through? We already, when we look at analytics, we just see how much money a video made. It's kind of foggy. It's like, oh, that video made that much. That one made that much. Like, are you going to know if it's strictly subject matter related, if it's inventory related, auction related, or did you say some of these words and they were on some list of some group of companies avoiding it, which lowered the auction for the ads on your particular? Do you see what I'm saying? Is it the type of thing where, yes, you can do it, but there will be some sort of shadow disadvantage? Just a thought I'm putting out there.
Will YouTube let you
This
know?
is all speculation. Holy moly. I could sense the...
Just say it.
I could sense like a note coming my way. Like, hey, Lou, yeah, you misrepresented what's going on here. And,
just say this word.
We want you to update your audience about the fact that they can say what they want and there will be no consequences. I'm just saying there's a lot of cryptic stuff in this business.
Well, does YouTube, would they tell you that you said this word?
No, but their system, their transcoding, their transcoding system is so good now. They know all the words in there.
Right, but would it
automatically?
Would it like minus some sort of monetization?
No. What I'm saying is I could be an advertiser and potentially pick from a pool of videos, click a profanity button. And then as the content creator, you still have the green check mark like, oh, I'm making money. But you would never know that you made half of what you were supposed to because you had F-bombs all through it.
That's what I'm saying. Is YouTube going to like let the creator know?
No, of course not.
No?
Absolutely not. I'm going to let you know. Think about this for a second. You have a yellow badge or a green badge. And you're like, woo. Like to what?
Simple.
Yeah, you can't see. Yeah. There's no breakdown of like.
Oh, I thought there was.
Which is why certain subject matter, you might be looking at it. People watch this show. They're like, why are you always talking about Apple content? Well, maybe there's some sort of incentive to do so. Maybe if I upload an Apple video, here's what the other advertisers on pre-roll are willing to pay against the Apple keyword compared to some other keyword or some other topic.
Analytics, everybody.
You can pick topics.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying I'm skeptical. It does still feel good because like these words, you do see them in traditional media and everything has loosened up around language.
Uh-huh.
Here's what they say. Based on creator and advertiser input, we've updated our guidelines to allow more content to become eligible for full monetization, and then they put in brackets green icon, while continuing to maintain advertiser industry standards. These changes come as the United States continues to grapple with sensitive issues. Okay, yeah. So they're saying, yeah, it's all good. Go for it. But I'm skeptical.
Well, let's bring it to the audience. What do they think? They want to.
Do you want more profanity?
Loose swearing, or
you
what?
want more profanity, less profanity on YouTube? I mean, this type of rule is going to definitely bring more of it.
Yeah,
obviously. I don't know. Profanity is an interesting one because once you get going down that path, you can get, you can use it as a crutch. Really, you can use it all the time.
Sure.
It can just become your in between word.
Yes,
it becomes so comfortable. I don't mind the challenge of working around it, to be honest.
There is a mental battle there.
Yeah, the challenge of being considerate in like the way you're phrasing things. I mean, I kind of do that anyway, so.
Sure.
But there's a consequence there, which is at times it can feel a little bit less casual as well.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more mental pressure there. So either way, they say this is a change they're going to make. Who knows what's going to happen? Apparently, they're really listening and getting input from creators. Because yesterday we were talking about the delete button, and I was looking at the clip. Go to the clip for the delete button real quick, because people are getting in a bunch of extra. What am I calling it? The delete button? I meant dislike. What did I say? Anyway,
Delete.
Anyway, it's the dislike button I'm talking about. And here you can see many more people than usual chose to dislike our story about YouTube thinking about killing the dislike button. Now, in that clip, I didn't necessarily say it was a good idea. I was talking about the merit, like the pros and cons, the plus minus on a situation. And the feedback, which people deserve some feedback, they said, hey, this is just a corporation being a corporation. This is just a company that is about advertisers and sentiment, and it's easier to manage the platform and the power players that are on the platform when you have only likes at your disposal, or when you underplay or downplay the dislikes, which really on the content side nobody wants. But I think one thing I just want to say on this is that I think a lot of audience members are looking at it from, and obviously so, looking at it from the perspective of the consumer, not the producer, because that's what you are. That's what the vast majority of people are consuming the content and think, I love having this option. And it's important, right? This type of feedback is very important because the audience is satisfied. They come back. The content creator gets to keep creating and so forth. But on the production side, you can't name a person making something that is hoping it will be very disliked. It doesn't exist. So the more you make something, the more you start to hear the alternative argument, just by nature of the fact that you're looking at the thing differently, the feature. You're looking at it from the other side. That all that being said, if you forced me to decide if I would prefer it to be there or not be there, I would say I prefer it to be there.
Yeah, I agree. So
it's not like I was defending the YouTube. Well, they haven't made a decision. They're experimenting with it right now. But just to be clear, the video doesn't exist as my approval. I thought it was an interesting thing to discuss and something that people would want to know about. But I wasn't endorsing the idea of getting rid of the dislike button. I was talking about the incentive to do so, the pressure to do so, and the fact that other platforms had done so. I wasn't necessarily saying they should do so. In fact, there are many things about YouTube which are different than other social media. And that might be a good thing. And it might be a sad day if that thing were to appear this way and the actual ratio was to be gone. But I mean, I don't have any control over this.
Yeah. For now, let's just embrace it.
I don't have any control over this. But obviously, I feel a little bit better if it's likes instead of dislikes. Obviously, that's kind of the aim.